Hi, everyone. Welcome to Cinco Mas Minutos, the show where two friends relive their childhoods, or in some cases, learn about every freaking fracking thing they missed out on. I'm Kendra.
Freaking Bracken. I'm Scott.
Hell yeah, you are, bitch.
I like your new thing after I say my name. It's like the last four episodes in a row. I
Well,
think
I
you've done
think
that.
I did it for a while, and then I think I stopped because there was one school day where Nate was like, Nate told me exactly what I had said in the podcast, like on a Monday morning, and he was like, "It's funny because every time Scott says I'm Scott, you say hell yeah you are, bitch."
Yeah.
And then I think I stopped for a while, and now it's back. So
It's back, baby.
yeah, hell yeah.
Nice.
So what's going on over there?
Not too much, you know. Watching the neighbor guy work on the car across the street. That's pretty fun.
Nice, got some fat cash though, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I bought that car for $200, so I
Did
sold it
you?
for 1,000.
Yeah, that's like $800 profit. Did you
Yeah,
give him
it
all
took a
the
few years.
extra parts and stuff?
Yeah, I pretty much gave him whatever he wanted. So I think the only thing left here is the wheels and tires, and he said he'd pick those up another day.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got all like this space now. It's weird.
Did you buy shoes? Or did
I bought the Burgundy fives. That's all I've got lately.
Yeah. I really was thinking, oh, I was gonna try to get the Supreme Dunks this morning and I don't have a first hour. So I was like, ooh, I won't even have to stop teaching. And then
Yeah.
I got busy doing stuff. Like I was trying to be prepared and then I forgot. I was kind of sad. Um, but I decided to get Air Max ones by Kendra because
Ah, they made your own.
because they added Air Max ones a couple weeks ago, but I'm kind of afraid they're gonna, like, I don't think they're gonna leave it forever because that's not usually one that they have.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I like Air Maxes, and I was thinking about going for the Palominos, but I don't really think I think those might stay like at retail or under. And I had that $200 gift card, so
Oh, right,
it
right.
was 195 with shipping. So, and I went
Yeah.
for kind of like a 90s Mariners look.
Like the aqua, white, and blue.
Yeah, like this.
Oh, yeah. Look at
Yeah, and I'll take the chain off, but it didn't add extra, so I thought, why not?
that. What's with the weird shine sprite on the like the toe of it?
Oh, that could this
Yeah.
that could have been a swoosh or a oval swoosh. The oval swoosh probably has the 90s vibe because it's like the swoosh inside the
Uh,
oval. But I know this isn't really like the Mariners logo, but it's kind of the same shape as it. So I
oh,
kind of
I
just,
got
yeah, I
you.
just went with that.
Okay. Well, that
Yeah.
makes
You could
sense.
also get a rose there. There was like a lot of options, but
Huh. That's
yeah.
different.
Mm-hmm.
I did sell like four pairs of shoes in the last couple weeks, so
Nice.
we're moving some around a little bit,
I
you
moved
know.
my wheels and tires around. So this guy had messaged me on like Friday or Saturday. I think Friday. And
Hmm.
then he messaged me on Sunday because he lived in Hermiston. He was like, "Oh, we're back to school shopping." And I was like, "Okay." And so we just met at like the high school because it's like real close, you know? And like he came expecting to get them, but that they must have brought their only like family car for like their two kids who were like teenagers. And he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we're gonna put three." It was an Outback. He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna put three of them in the back and then tie one to the roof." And I was like, "Okay."
Do you, man?
But he wanted the wheels. Like he didn't care about the tires. He was like, "My Tacoma has like aftermarket wheels and they stick out really far, and I don't like it, and I just want to put like normal ones back on." And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
yeah." So
Yeah, I got those swapped onto mine. So that was pretty nice.
yeah,
And I did get the new parts to fix that broken part.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked really weird from the angle of the picture that you took. I was like, "Is there supposed to be like another part there?" Like I was like really confused because it the way that it was like disconnected, and then the angle you took the picture almost made it look like it should have had like another like piece connecting it. And I was like, "What?"
Yeah. It was definitely supposed to have like a top rubber and a nut on the thing
Yeah.
that sheared off and is gone to the world. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty
I'm
cool.
still trying to figure out what to do about my TV.
Oh,
I don't know if I
yeah.
should just like buy the Amazon one while it's on sale
It was not a bad deal for
for
sure.
how big it was too.
Yeah. The 50
I
inch.
don't really want to buy a TV. Like that one,
Yeah.
there was nothing wrong with it. So it's just kind of, I mean, it is what, 14 years old or something, but
Yeah, true. Had a good
I don't know
life.
if it's worth it to replace a fuse. So
Yeah, I have no idea. It's a good question.
I was looking on like Marketplace. I might just, I don't know. I feel like a used TV on Marketplace might be like the same quality as the Amazon one. You know what I mean? Like, but the Amazon one has like the Fire thing, so my PlayStation doesn't have to always be running, and so I'm kind of like
Hmm.
drawn to that because like other people watch TV now.
Yeah, yeah. Get a
I
little smart TV action that
don't,
actually
I
works.
don't want to buy a TV like a.
So I also don't know what it is, and this is unrelated,
Mhm.
but once you start like listing things on Facebook that are over like $300, do you know how many scam messages I get a day trying to like swindle me out of money?
Oh, really? I don't think
I
I've
had
ever
this whole
listed
thing.
anything more than like 200. So,
I had this sound system and I have it listed for like $500,
oh yeah,
And
actually, it like
so
showed me that you had that for sale.
yeah, so a guy contacted me on that and he's like, "Oh, I want to buy this. My daughter's actually going to be there like tomorrow to come pick it up." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And he's like, "Hey, what's your Venmo? I'll Venmo you." And then I gave it to him. And then he's like, "Okay, I sent the request." And I was like, "I don't see anything." And then I got this weird email that's like, "Oh, you don't have a Venmo business account. You need to upgrade your account." And I was like, this doesn't make any sense at all. And he's like, no, what you have to do is I have to send you 300 extra dollars over that amount. And then you have to send it back to me and refund it. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, here you go. I just sent you $800. And I was like, no, you didn't. I don't have anything in my Venmo. And he's like, no, you have to refund it out of your personal account. And I was like, it does not work like that. It's not a refund then if I'm not giving you back any money. Are you dumb? And
Yeah,
then I finally just said, I was like, "Hey, why don't you just message Venmo chat and figure your shit out?" And then he disconnected and deleted his profile he was using.
yeah. Well, there are
So
like old people and stuff who like,
it's got to work. There's a reason
yeah.
they do it. And then another person contacted me about the tires, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, I'm interested. What's your cell phone number?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Just contact me on here. We're already talking. You don't need my cell phone number." And then they disconnected. I was like, "Is everyone just fishing here for information? What's going on?"
Yeah, that's weird. Last week I kept getting like scam Facebook reset emails, and I was just like,
Oh,
nah, man.
nah, I'm good, brah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, really, the trick is to just like click on the email address, and then you can see that it's not really from the place.
Yeah, if it has a weird number or a weird thing in it, you're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, this
Or
is
like
totally legit.
.com if something's supposed to be a .org or something like that.
Yeah,
But
those little bastards.
yeah.
They try to get you. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
nothing much else besides that. You had a fun little trip to the north, huh?
northeast
I mean,
ish.
yeah,
Yeah.
Moscow area.
Yeah, it was okay. I did a lot of stuff on Saturday because I wanted to go for a hike, and then we went to the
Mm.
farmers market. But then I had to pick up cupcakes and cake by a certain time, and it was Then there was all the other stuff that was interesting. So
How to get you put to work.
yeah,
Yeah, nice.
and there was creepy dolls and stuff, but
Yeah, that picture
yeah,
looks like a cool
that was
place.
like a porcelain one. There were like actual like baby dolls that look like babies though. Like those are also creepy. And they were like
Yeah.
big. And I've just listened to like too many episodes of And That's Why We Drink where they talk about haunted dolls. And I literally felt weird energy when I walked in there. Probably because I've
Mm.
listened to so many episodes, but I was just like, I don't like the way
They're
it
all
feels.
watching you.
And then through the nursery room, there was like an office and it had a bunch of like history of like small towns, like the ones that are still there, but then also ones that like don't really exist anymore, like wherever
Yeah.
Winona was. But there was like a thing in there about electrotherapy that they were like doing in Colfax.
Electroshock therapy.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, like this is
Sweet.
kind of odd.
Because they had that mental health facility there too, right?
Yeah, like the hospital thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can get tours of that. So
Shit's wild, dude.
yeah.
Nice. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was we got up early and left though cuz I was like school starts like I don't have students until Wednesday, but like I don't want to be here. And then I was so tired like because on Tuesday was freshman day. I didn't have students, but I had to be there, and I actually went to CrossFit, and I switched my running day because there was a cardio workout on a day where I would have gone to CrossFit, so I was like switching my day, and then so I went to CrossFit, and then Wednesday I woke up, but it was kind of like I don't know, it's like dark in the morning now, and then it was kind of like windy, and I was like I don't want to go for a run, but I'm still gonna like wake up and like stay awake so I can try to like because like is if I'm coaching, I can't go to CrossFit, in the evening. So I like have to go in the morning if I'm gonna go. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll like get up so that I'm just like used to it. But then I had to like bind the books for my college class and I ordered them on like the second day. So I was hoping they would come 1 to 2 days before school started, but they came yesterday, which is the day school started. And I
Mm.
wanted to bind as many of them as I could at home so that I could give them to students. So yesterday I got home at 6. While my dinner cooked, I figured out how to use the binding machine. I was distraught because I thought that since it could bind 400-page things, that you could hole punch like pretty thick amounts at once.
Oh.
Can't hole punch more than 12 pages, but really like
Mm-hmm.
8. If it's like more than 8, it like won't do it. And these are like 100 front and back pages. So I had to do it like
Sweet.
several times. And then there weren't very good directions for how to bind it. So like it took me like 20 minutes to do the first one. Then I ate. Then I went for a run. And then from like 8 until like 10:15, I was like binding books.
That's
This
pretty
morning
cool.
I let myself sleep in until 6 because I was like, I can't, I'm too tired.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
When I first started work, we had tons of hard copies of things that were going out, and we're talking like, hundreds of pages of like project manuals and things like that. And we had a binding machine and we had like a freaking operation. But I remember one of the first days I was there, that was all I did all day was
Yeah.
bind these giant booklets, and it
I
sucked.
had to do it all day at school too. Like, or at least through half of my prep and then second and third hour and then my lunch so that I had enough done for fifth hour. But once I like got the hang of it, I could do it in like 4 minutes or something. But then I would like randomly like mess up. I messed up on 3, but then I need to bind all the ones for next trimester. So I'm gonna try to like do a few every week so that I don't have to like do
Yeah.
it all just like But apparently we can order prints by a certain date in June and then they'll get delivered on August 1st. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that they printed stuff for us over the summer.
Yeah. That's fun.
Whatever. This is probably really entertaining for our like 30 listeners.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I kind of had this idea for this episode like 2 days ago, and then I kept forgetting to text you because like school started.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even really know where the idea came from, except I didn't feel like having to make notes on anything because we still do the thing where instead of recording on the week the episode doesn't come out, we record 4 days before it comes out.
Heck
But
yeah.
that's fine. But we might need to maybe we should try to be better. Um, maybe we should try to be better. I don't know.
Just do a recording like next week.
Yeah, and then try to do 2 weeks because then I'll have more time, especially once softball games start.
Yeah.
But because we like the only other school here that has slow pitch is Chiawana, so we have less games, but they're further away.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. But anyways, I thought it would be fun to talk about Edgelords, and then I was so busy all day at school that I didn't have time to actually figure out who my Edgelords that I wanted to talk about were going to be until like literally 30 minutes ago. When
Nice.
I was eating my dinner that got done at 6:52 because I'm
Woo!
eating cottage cheese ground beef pita pizzas this week.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, it's a good way to get protein.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. So the Google definition, which is from the Oxford Languages, of
Ah,
edgelord is a person who affects a provocative or extreme persona, especially online. Put it or cite parentheses, Jesus, typically used of a man.
what an edge lord.
Yeah.
And at least in the context of the ones that I picked out, they're from like they're obviously not real people on the internet. So
Yeah. I did well you'll see. Whoa. What the
whoa, what
whatever.
the heck is going on?
I used abbreviations and I thought my phone like autocorrected to incorrect words, but then I realized that I put abbreviations in my phone. Yeah, on Urban Dictionary, one definition is a noun which what? This is not what I just clicked on from what?
Say what? Technical difficulties.
One is that one kid in Discord thinking he is cool by saying dumb shit.
Wow.
Someone too fucking edgy.
Whoa. So
Gibberish
much edge.
invented by dickless international corporate cocksuckers to disparage the few people left in the world who are capable of thinking for themselves.
Wow. That guy's an edgelord.
And then the example is Bob, that guy on Twitter, just posted something Disney might not approve of.
Okay. Sure,
Yeah.
Sure, bro.
But the little blurb it was giving me from Google isn't any of the ones on the first page of Urban Dictionary. So that's a little annoying.
Yeah, I mean the way it's like taken in like characters is, you know, they have a dark and emo kind of persona, and you know they have a way about them. You know what I'm
But it's
saying?
kind of like intentional in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're that way on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, actually I have a stand-in character that only the D&D nerds will get.
Oh shit.
But so I might have 4 because I just thought of that one, and it was very much him playing an intentional edgelord.
Douche.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, same thing. So how do we want to start this?
You got one extra, so why don't you start and we'll just alternate.
Okay. Wait. Why? Oh. Okay. I'll save the one that I'm my extra one maybe for last. But okay, the first thing that came to mind for me is actually a real person, but it could probably carry over into any of his roles. But I'm gonna go with Jared Leto.
When you said roles, I was like, I bet that's where you're going.
Because think about it. First, we start with 30 Seconds to Mars. At least that's where it starts for me, because that's some edgelord,
super emo band.
Some edgelord music if I've ever heard any.
And
then
anthem.
You move into all of that stuff that came out about him playing the Joker.
Yeah.
And like, how much more of an edgelord can you be than to be creepy as fuck in person with your coworkers because you're trying to embrace a literal crazy man who was abused by his father? You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah. And it was like trying way too hard. And yeah, I mean the whole thing is cringy, you know. I guess that's another part of the edgelord is cringe.
It's cringy AF. But like, do they know? Like, do they care? Like, are they
with him? I mean, who knows? He might have delusions where he doesn't know.
I guess he might be like narcissistic or something.
Yeah. He certainly doesn't care.
Yeah. Apparently the drummer is his brother, I'm guessing. His name is Shannon Leto, but it's a guy, and he's the drummer of 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. But
the whole family affair.
But I mean, I don't know, man. Jared Leto is pretty old-ish, right? Like he's
gotta be in his 40s, right?
51.
Oh, okay.
He should know better. As a man in his late 40s, he should not be being creepy like that.
True.
Like that's all I have to. Is there like anything in Wikipedia about him being like a controversial thing? Like, I'm
sure there's a like a section in there that goes over weird behavior.
He's I remember hearing all this weird stuff, and I was just like, who does that? You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, some of the songs are pretty good, you know, like
they had that one good one.
There was like 2 that I knew at one point, The Kill, and then I can't remember what was it like A Beautiful Lie or something? I don't remember which other one. It was when I was friends with Kristen. It was very much her like vibe of music back then, but yeah, like mid 2000s, you know, they were pretty popular. So
yeah, they're not popular enough to stay together, I guess. I don't know what caused them to.
I think maybe he just started acting.
Yeah. He was like so weird. Everyone's like, nah.
But I mean, if you just look at the music video image that pops up for the kill,
Yeah.
like that.
Tells you
I
all you
don't
need to
know.
know.
Yeah. Anyways, who you got?
So my first one, I went into the video game world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I pulled Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all the classic edgelord characteristics. He has hair that's not a normal color. It's
Mm-hmm.
white. It's super long. Um, he is like pretty emo in his behavior. All he wants is to like hurt people and world destruction. He has a katana. All crazy edgelords have katanas. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then look at his outfit.
And I know
He has buckles and straps and
yeah.
metal.
And I know I haven't played very much of the game, but that's who we're like seeing, right?
Yeah,
Like
he's the one.
I think I saw it like I don't even know if it was in flashbacks or like on the street or something, but
Yeah, in the new game, Cloud hallucinates and sees him.
yeah.
So that is what he's seeing. And then, he's only that much worse in the old games.
Mm-hmm.
And, he kills Aerith in the old one. So I mean, that's edgy right there.
Yeah, I realized that this was going to be harder for me than I thought it would be because I never finish games and I never watch anime. And I feel like there's a lot of anime characters
There for
that are
sure.
edgelords. So
Yeah.
then I ended up having to take a different spin on my list because
Yeah.
I was like, I know they exist, but like I don't know.
That's okay. You get to see
Yeah,
kind of two different
I
worlds of
guess I
it.
don't know what else is on your list, but now that I'm thinking about it, I know I didn't watch very much Demon Slayer, but I feel like that one guy who's like the really bad demon, I feel like he's kind
Yeah.
of an edgelord.
Yeah, you could probably say that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's only bent on, killing people and making demons the bigger race.
Yeah.
He has like the emo Michael Jackson hair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe that Victoria chick from Twilight.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that
Mm-hmm.
for sure. She's a little strange. I don't
Yeah.
remember much about her
Me
except
either,
she's
but she's kind of crazy and she ensues chaos and she tells people to make more vampires. So I mean,
yeah, kind of
you
the
know,
same thing.
Voldemort,
Kinda, yeah.
maybe more Draco's dad.
Yeah, probably. More
Yeah.
Draco and Draco's dad.
Yeah. Definitely the
um,
dad, but
so who was your official number
oh
two?
yeah. Okay, well this actually ties into what you just said and it's not even one thing. I put any Final Fantasy character in Kingdom Hearts.
That is very true.
And then I like googled it and I was like, wow, there's like so many cuz I forgot like I it's been so long since I started Kingdom Hearts 2 that I kind of forgot at the beginning. Like when you're in whatever it's called, but the what is
Twilight Town?
no in Kingdom Hearts 2 is it called Twilight Town?
When you're Roxas?
No,
Or when you're actually Sora?
when you're I don't remember. I started it in 2018. Um
You're a different character
when
to start
you're
that game.
in a Hollow Bastion.
When you're in Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, you there okay. You've got it's like you go to the thing and there's like the library and then there's like the town.
Yeah,
There's like
I
a
mean
bunch
they're just
there's like
gathered there.
there's like several Final Fantasy characters there.
Yeah, there's like Leon, I mean Cloud's there.
Yeah. And then I was like reading and I was like, "Oh, since I hadn't played Final Fantasy yet, I didn't even know that like Tifa was like in Kingdom Hearts." You know what I mean? Cuz like I didn't know
Oh yeah.
like I didn't know who like any of those people were because I had never played it. Like I knew who Cloud was. And like
Yeah.
I don't know if I did the secret boss battle thing where you fight Sephiroth, but like whatever.
Well, whatever, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
mean Cloud is especially edgy in Kingdom Hearts
yeah.
1 when you have to fight him in the
Yeah, cuz he's
Coliseum.
all like
He's like, I'm fighting a dark past.
yeah.
And blah blah blah. And then
Mm-hmm.
you do fight Leon, he's the main character of Final Fantasy VIII. You do fight him when you first get to Traverse Town, and
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of the same deal.
Yeah. Well, I kept thinking I was like picturing Leon in my head, but I couldn't remember what his name was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because they're all or even like what's that organization? Organization X. I feel like they're pretty edgy.
13.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
Is there someone named X? What am I
Well, all of their names have an X in it.
oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty edgy. And then I just thought of one because the other day I watched Toy Story.
Okay.
And I feel like there's two edgelords.
Oh, really?
I feel like one of them is Sid
Okay. Yeah.
because he's like taking toys apart and shit. I
He's a
mean, you
little
find
demon.
out in the second one that he's taking, or is it the second one where he's taking the toys apart?
No, it's the first one.
Yeah. Anyways, and then I feel like Buzz is a little bit of an edgelord.
He has his little depression phases
Yeah,
where
especially when he realizes that all of his shit is fake.
yeah, and he's got the little hat on. I am Mrs. Nesbit.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot
Yeah,
going
that
on
goes
there.
crazy.
Yeah. But we watched the first two, so I was getting a little mixed up there. But she tried to go from
Smash
one to
them all
four,
together.
and I was like, you can't do that.
Like, bro, you can't just do that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm all over the place because I'm like thinking of more now that the pressure's off. But
Yeah, there you go.
what's
Now you're
your
pulling it out.
what's your next one?
My number 2 is going to be from Naruto, and it's Sasuke.
Everyone's always
He's
talking
the
about Sasuke.
see, that's why, because he is like prime edgelord territory. He's got the emo hair for one.
Oh,
For two, he's got the weird outfit, which is always, a requirement. He's super dark and brooding all the time, and he goes off on his own and like becomes an enemy for a while. So he has this whole like depression arc. He's like trying to find himself, but and then all he wants to do is turn around and beat up the main character and cause chaos. He starts his own little evil organization. So there's a lot going on there, man.
yeah.
He has a haunted past.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
I just went to search Sasuke and I accidentally typed it wrong, and I typed Sakse. And the first image that shows up is just from here to here of a girl, and she has very plump lips and two fingers in her mouth.
Okay.
And I don't really know how that relates to anything else because it says that Sakse or whatever means witness and evidence in Jingpa language. But it's also like an organization that's been working closely with emerging media makers from Kachin Land in the foothills of somewhere that I can't read anymore off of the description. I think it's Norwegian. But I'm a little bit confused about the image.
Yeah, that's a little strange of a thing to pop up.
Yeah, it doesn't really connect for me, but it does give me a little bit of Midsommar vibes.
Midsommar. And then what? Sasuke has a katana too. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a trend. It's a thing that happens.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Why is his name spelled differently than you say it?
That's how you say it in Japan, though.
But you don't pronounce use?
Not really.
Weird.
It depends on where they fall in the name.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sasuke.
Yeah, bitch. I think I said it like that once and then was confused. Because didn't we do like a Naruto episode? And I was like reading something or something. And then I was like confused because I was like, I never hear anyone say his name like this, but this is how it's spelled. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
What the hell? Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for mine?
I'm ready.
Okay. This is again another real group of people. But I put, and I know, okay, I'm excluding myself from this because I was never, ever, ever on this level. But I put 21 Pilots fans.
A whole group
yeah,
of people.
not the type of fan that I was, but like
Kendra was casual.
Yeah. I mean, I have their words on my arm, but casual and like, I don't know, like when we went to the concert, people were like, and there's so much like lore, and I don't know how much of it is
lore.
Yes. Where like the songs have like hidden messages, and then they made some like the band actually made some like website. But then I was like, did they do all of that because the fans created this whole shit that they just were like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like,
just ride on it.
They're like our age, I think, or maybe a little bit older. So like, do they have time for that? You know what I mean? But then I feel like they're also pretty gatekeepy to some extent. And like all about like when you started listening and all this like weird stuff. And I don't know.
You're not a real fan, man.
They went like people were so intense at that concert. Like the whole group, a bunch of 13-year-old edgelords.
Ooh, that's the worst kind.
Yeah, but there was this whole thing where there was like this website called Dima, and there was like some sound bite in one of the songs that was like backwards words, so it was like a recording played backwards or something, so it like had
Mm.
a secret message, and I was like,
Whoa.
what is going on? But basically,
If you play the
and if
song
you
backwards,
watch
you
like
hear
some of the
Satan.
music videos from one of the second to last album, it all like connects into like these music videos all kind of connect to tell this like one story about the place named Dima, where like
Mm.
someone is trapped and wants to escape, but people like flipped out about it. And then they were trying to figure out how the newest album that came out connected to the last album. And
Mm.
like, you know what I mean? And then if they pasted
Yeah.
something that had colors in it, they were like, "Ooh, I have a theory. Are these the colors for the new album?" And like the Reddit subreddit is like so ridiculous.
People have too much time on their hands
I
somehow.
know.
We don't got that kind of time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Uh,
understandable. Some of
yeah.
those band people are nuts.
Yeah. Especially when like a lot of the fan base is like Gen Z teenagers,
Mm,
you know?
true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got a random one for you here.
Okay. Is it
Um,
me?
that would be funny, but no.
Oh.
It is Shadow the Hedgehog from Sonic the Hedgehog.
My
I
only knowledge of Shadow or anything related to Sonic other than who Sonic is because on NADPOD they've done some Sonic adventure books as like
nice.
Patreon episodes and stuff.
Do you know what he looks like?
I might have looked it up once, but no, I'll
But he's
Google.
basically looks just like Sonic, but he's all black and red instead. So there's the edginess starts right there.
Oh, yeah, he does look
Yeah,
exactly the same.
yeah. And I mean his name is Shadow for one thing.
Mhm.
So he is the same super dark broody. He exists to, cause problems, and he was kind of like a Vegeta where he was bad at first, and now in the new ones they're kind of
Mhm.
like trying to make him better.
Vegeta, the first edge lord in my heart.
The only one for me.
And if you haven't listened to whatever episode number it is, Bad Dads and Edge Lords, you should
There you
go
go.
find that one.
The origin.
Yeah.
Um, but Shadow was like genetically modified and created, so he like wasn't born. So he's all like super depressed. He's like, I must find a purpose for my life, and
Oh,
like, all the annoying shit like
so
that.
he wasn't even like a hedgehog who became mod or
No, they like
not even like Captain America.
no, they like
Um,
created him
like
because, well, I mean, he
Vision
might have been a
or
hedgehog
no,
at
not Vision.
first.
Who Vision was Vision or Jarvis was one of them. You haven't
What are
watched
you
all the
talking
you
about?
haven't watched all the Avengers
I
movies.
know who they are though, and you're
Yeah, but
not. Jarvis is the
one
computer.
of them becomes a person.
Well, Jarvis like merges to become Vision. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. So, but I don't know. He might have been a hedgehog at first, but the bad guys like created him, to like
Yeah.
try to take down Sonic. They're like,
Mhm.
what would stop a blue hedgehog that's really fast? Another one that's
Whoa.
black.
I wonder if NADPOD's newest campaign got inspiration from this. Was that in a video game or a show?
What do you mean?
Shadow.
Shadow the Hedgehog? Yeah, that's all video games.
Because he gets a lot of stuff from like he has a lot of like stuff where he like but like so like wow, okay.
Whoa,
So he has
bro.
this whole thing with like people coming out of tubes, and he said he got that from
The Matrix.
no, the video game with the people wearing black leather.
What?
It's like a whole series. Um it's like
Black
it's like
leather.
real people, and it's like a video game, and there's like weird technology, and like people come out of tubes. Starts with an R.
Hmm.
It's like a really popular game. I'm not describing well.
You must not be, because all I can think of
I'm
is The
pretty sure
Matrix.
that I like bought one of the games and then never played it. Anyways, but in the newest campaign, there's this guy named Saul Buffo, and he's a frog. Like
Oh,
a bipedal frog can talk, whatever. He finds out that he's a clone. And then when he meets the original clone, who he considers his dad, he finds out that this company made all these clone frogs to try to catch him and kill him. And
there you go.
that has real big this vibes.
Yeah, Similar thought process. A weird game with black leather.
Sorry, I'm trying to search PlayStation games because it's really stupid that I can't remember what it's called, and it's driving me nuts because I'm pretty sure that I either wanted one of the games or like
Or bought
bought
one.
one of them and then never really played it. But it's like a guy and a girl, and you do like missions, and it's kind of
Uh-huh.
like dystopian-ish, like there's bad shit going on, and apparently there's people that come out of tubes,
Huh. Tube people.
and it's like
Interesting.
really driving me nuts. Anyways, did you have any more to say about Shadow? Because I kind of like took over the conversation with my thing that I can't even remember, you know?
So I guess the last thing to
Resident
say.
Evil.
Oh. Where's the leather?
I thought in one of the covers they had leather on.
Well, he's got a leather jacket.
Yeah,
Wow.
a leather jacket.
You know the black leather. You see, I think that it sounded exactly like the Matrix, just different.
That's funny. Yeah.
uh,
Okay,
okay.
anyways.
Those are about that's a zombie. A
Yeah, I
zombie game.
said oh, maybe I meant apocalyptic instead of dystopic, but whatever. They all have on like tight leather. Like this chick has on like red leather. I know that's not black, but whatever.
Okay, we made it there. We
I
made it
knew
there.
what it was. I literally had to search like what did I search? I just searched like best PlayStation games and then just scrolled until I found
Just scrolling. There you go.
okay.
The last thing I had about Shadow is he had his own game, and it's like, Sonic is usually go fast, collect rings, do things.
Mm-hmm.
His game was go fast and do things, but he had like machine guns and like, you were like killing military people, blowing up tanks, and like just being ridiculous. You were basically being a terrorist. So it was an interesting game if you're ever interested.
I just don't understand how I skipped out on like all these games when I like had gaming consoles and I just like never did it somehow.
Yeah, you just run out of time. Can't get
I
through
think it's
everything.
just the way I was raised.
Hmm. So if you have one, I guess I have like a couple honorable mentions.
Yeah, well, when I thought of the Dimension 21, so they have not in the it's a different oh my gosh, I'm freezing. Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
work computer. It's
Zoom.
a different campaign than the one that you watched those two episodes of. I'm sure I've talked about it before. It's called the Unsleeping City, where like New York has a sixth borough that's kind of like a magic. It's kind of like how you can go through like in London or wherever to get to like the magicking realm. It's kind of like that, but it's a
Mm.
sixth borough of New York in a way. Um, and in the second season, Murph plays this edge lord named Cody Walsh,
Nice.
who is a literal like hot topic employee before the mall goes out of business. This
Ah.
big corporation that's supposed to kind of represent Amazon, but in this like magicy world has like purchased all the malls and is not and just like running them all out of business basically. So he has this whole big thing about am I done freezing? Okay. He has
There you go.
this whole big thing about like the mall getting shut down, blah 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 blah, and he dresses like emo. He dresses like he works at Hot Topic, and he carries around a Buster sword. But I can't remember if that's before or after he finds out it gives him magical properties. But I think he, like, before he knows he has magic, I think he carries it around first because he like breaks back into the mall and he's like doing some weird shit, and he has really big like emo depressed edgelord vibes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Carry around a Buster sword. You see, they got swords.
Yeah.
People got swords.
Yep.
Use me crazy. One of my honorable mentions, I guess, since we've been playing so much Overwatch, is Reaper. He's like the phantomy, creepy character that has shotguns, and he just, he refers to himself as death, and he's a super dark and emo character. Um, And he shoots a lot of gun, kills a lot of people. He's not a good guy. Um, he can turn into like a black mist and like float around as like a ghost and like go through things. So I mean, that's pretty edgy. He has like a skull mask on. So
Mhm.
and his hood. He's got a big old hood and a black trench coat. I don't know what more you need.
What about that guy from Modern Warfare?
Ghost.
Yeah.
He's not so much an edge lord because that is all like tactical gear. Yeah, he wears the skull mask or whatever, but generally he's just kind of like doing his job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not like going overboard. Ghost really doesn't talk that much either.
That's true. That's true. And he's helping out his buddies.
Yeah, you don't touch Ghost. I love Ghost.
I didn't touch him.
You were trying to tarnish his good name,
Oh.
calling him an edge lord.
You're an edgelord sometimes.
And then one last honorable mention was in the original Digimon, Matt, who is like, kind of the other main
Did
character
I watch
besides
an
Tai.
episode or a couple of that?
I
I
think you
think I
did.
did. I think I watched a few.
He's the one with like the green cutoff and he's like the blonde one.
Hmm.
There's a point in the show where he kind of he like goes all emo and he like leaves the group and tries to do his own thing. So he has a whole edgelord like arc. He does come back from it, so he's slightly redeemed, but they get into like the whole little fist fight and their discourse in the group, kind of like Sasuke. So that's what I thought of it.
Nice.
Yeah,
This episode took a lot of turns.
we've been all over the board, man. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Just like when you have a box of chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Forrest Gump. You tell you
Mhm.
what.
I have a Forrest Gump poster right there.
Oh, that's what that is. For some
Yeah.
reason, I thought that was the cover of a Shel Silverstein book from here.
One time I did like a Reddit gift exchange thing, and I I don't know. I don't know that I specifically mentioned that. I think I just said I liked movies or something.
Mm.
And that was one of my things that came in my gift. So
You like movies? You better like this.
yeah, for real.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I don't know. This is probably like a shorter episode, but I died. My brain is not working anymore, so it'll make up
Doing
for one of
all
the
the
last
things.
ones where we talked forever about The Witcher.
Yeah, we did have a long one last one, so
It
it all
actually
balances out.
wasn't. It like we've had longer episodes than that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get rolling and you just roll.
Yep. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What commercial is that from?
Walmart
Rolling back
back in
them
the day.
prices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Used to be on all the time when we were young and
I I'm pretty sure that my teeth are too big for my mouth, and that's how come I can't smile with my teeth. Because it stretches my lips out really far. Look.
You're not even like smiling though. You're just going like this.
But I don't know how to smile. Is it because I can't relax?
I don't know, probably. You need to make the size of your mouth go up, not just straight back into your head.
I can't do it.
It looks like you had plastic surgery when you do that.
Like I have to be like actually laughing or else I can't do it. So
Yeah. It has to come natural.
whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to talk about in here?
Yeah. I don't think so. Oh, one random thing. I got a whole bunch of the Yeezys and they have this now.
Oh yeah, I saw people post about that on Reddit.
Yeah, so and like they went crazy with them because I've had a few boxes that had like multiple of these in there. They're just like throwing them in boxes as they go out the door.
Wow.
So yeah, just thought I'd point that out. I might try to wear those. Yeah, compacts.
They must have started doing it in like the last one because mine didn't. The ones that I got in May or whatever didn't.
Yeah, my first round didn't have them either.
Yeah, but you're gonna keep those?
I think I'll keep those ones because they don't sell for shit.
Yeah.
And I want to try some out. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, do yourself a favor and buy yourself a nice pair of shoes.
Yeah. Buy yourself a nice pair of shoes. Buy some dice while you're at it.
Yeah, you can go to brokenbowdiceshop.com.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Shameless plug. Perfect segue.
So yeah, you can send us an email to 5FIVE moreminutespod@gmail.com. You can follow us on our socials at 5MMPOD. I've been posting less since school started, even though I have like 8 reels made. Oops. You can like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, download the episodes, leave us a rating and a review, share it with your friends and family, friends who are your family, family who's more like friends and family.
Yeah, and until next time, we'll be clocking out.
Bye.
See you.